Music Tuesday. Music Tuesday. Music Tuesday.
Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It Peep is a global show, and today we will be discussing U.S. approves chicken made from cultivated cells, the nation's first lab grown meat. Laboratory meat. And I'm going to say some of y'all ain't tripping because you're already eating laboratory vegetables and fruits. GMO, in fact. Is this not just another step further in GMO? Are you going to eat the lab chicken? Now, I've heard KFC does something similar, so you could have been eating something like that. Do you know what they consider chicken? Hmm? Did you know that the United States allows certain food to be sold here that is not allowed to be sold in other countries? Did you know that? Today, the United States Department of Agriculture granted approval to two California-based startups, Upside Foods and Good Meat, to sell their lab-grown or cell-cultivated chicken, a historic first in the U.S. The green light from the FDA represents the final step in a multi-year regulatory process to bring slaughter-free meat to the dinner table. The FDA, which is also involved in the regulating the nonsense industry, recently gave approval to both companies as well. Can we even call chicken? I mean, like, seriously. Can we even call it meat? That's why vegetarian, vegan is the best way to go. And of course, gardens, communal gardens, in fact, buying property, growing your own food, and if you ever so have the urges to eat some chicken, your own chickens that you would have to slaughter, sir. That is what it is. That is just what it is. This is the moment where the science fiction becomes reality. Amy Chin, Chief Operating Officer of Upside, told Vox. Amy Chin, Chen, Upside Foods, lab grown meat. Amy Chin. It is a watershed moment, she said, for us to just rethink the future of food. I'd like to know, would she eat it? Are you eating it? I, in fact, know quite a few Asian restaurants that don't partake in the food that they sell to the public. It's a fact. It's a fact. I know someone and they do it. And it's a fact that they have told me that they know of other restaurants, including themselves, that do that. It goes on, this announcement that we've now been able to produce and sell cultivated meat in the United States is a major moment for our company, the industry, and the food system. That's Josh to Trick, CEO of Eat Just, the company that operates Good Meat. We appreciate the rigor and thoughtfulness that both the FDA and USDA have applied during this historic two-agency regulatory process. Are y'all eating it though? Did you take some home to your family and you consumed it for a couple weeks? Cell cultivated meat is produced by feeding animal cells a mix of nutrients, sugars. What nutrients? Sugars, amino acids, salts, and vitamins and minerals in large stainless steel tanks to develop them into fat and muscle tissue. If that sounds unappetizing, which it does to many consumers, depending on how they're asked, take a look at the latest investigation into how chickens are farmed. That's why I told y'all vegetarianism is where it's at. Earlier this month, USDA gave Upside and Eat Just approved to label their product cell cultivated, effectively ending a long running debate over what to call meat grown from animal cells rather than slaughtered animals. Well, you don't walk around. Is that slaughtered beef right there? It's just beef because it's real meat. The final product is biologically indigestible from the meat, or indistinguishable from the meat of an animal, and is wholly different from the plant-based burgers and sausages that have grown in popularity in recent years, like those from Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods, which use only plant ingredients. But if cell cultivated meat has passed a major regulatory bar, it's still far from ready for mass consumption. Why? Cell cultivated chicken is much too expensive to compete with conventional boneless chicken breasts, which cost as little as $4 per pound. Upside and Good Meat will start small. Upside estimates that in a few weeks it will begin selling chicken fillet at Bar Cren, a high-end restaurant in San Francisco run by three Michelin star chef Dominique Cren, where meals run 300 a pop. So you gonna get the fake meat and you gonna pay $300 for it, boy? Boy, y'all some goofies. Upside, which was founded in 2015, is valued at $1 billion. Oh my gosh, and ain't sold nothing. It's ambitious plans to partner with more restaurants and create more meat products, from hot dogs to hamburgers to dumplings, over the next few years. Of course, dumplings. Where you think dumplings came from? Amy Chan. Eat Just, which also makes plant-based eggs, launched Good Meat, its cell cultivated division, in 2017. From 2016 to 2022, over 150 companies sprung up to develop cell cultivated meat, receiving nearly $3 billion in investment in the hope of displacing the conventional meat industry due to concerns about meat's contribution to climate change, water and pollution, cruelty to animals on factory farms. So then, when are you going to say farming is harmful? Aren't you going to say farming vegetables? Pretty soon, people, watch out. You won't even be able to grow your own vegetables because of climate change. Now, I'm not saying it's not a real thing. I'm just saying, why don't we stop some of these factories? Why don't we stop some of these way overindulged pollutants first before we start making our food faking in the lab? And you know they had some video for. I just had to get some of that. But economical? Why are you even doing it if you already said it's not worth it? Right there. It's not even worth the money, but you're investing all the money. Oh. No, so you can take it up to Mars or something, tinfoil game. They're already telling you. We looking at what's going to happen when we fry the earth. and we gonna be all right because we got this cell boogie, and we gonna grow everything from the lab, and that's how we gonna be able to survive because we gonna be in space somewhere eating a fake food. Now y'all keep playing.
For the first time, U.S. regulators approved the sale of.
Here we go. I had it all ready for y'all. Give them 2 seconds. I'll read a little more till it pops in. It goes on to say from animal cells is possible, but can it be economical? Wouldn't y'all already know that? In 1931, Winston Churchill had a side gig as a futurist when he wasn't saving Great Britain. He predicted that humanity would one day grow meat in a factory rather than raise and slaughter animals. But it wasn't until 70 years later that anyone demonstrated it was possible. Even. Oh, they got me on the good foot. Oh, what? Propagandies. It goes on to say, after his prediction in 2000, scientists at Toro College in New York developed fish fillet made from goldfish cells. Really? And soon after, NASA scientists experimented with growing meat from turkey cells. What I tell you? Space? I didn't tell you space. I didn't tell you that space was taking this too. Huh? But the race to make cell cultivated meat didn't really take off until 2013 when Dutch scientist Mark Post, a pioneer in the field, he's a pioneer, he's been doing this, debuted a burger that cost $325,000 to produce. Upside launched 2 years later and dozens of startups followed. Here we go with these busters. Fair usages of everything.
The first time U.S. regulators approved the sale of chicken made from animal cells.
Oh, they don't want it to be blown up, huh? Boy, they don't want you to hear it out the horse's mouth. Here it continues, but the race to motivated me. I read that it cost them $325,000. It'll soon land on 2 U.S. restaurant menus. Sell cultivated
For the
meat.
first time, U.S. sale of
produce
chicken
meat
made
near
from
future.
animal cells. It allows 2 California companies to offer lab-grown meat to restaurants. The cultivated meat is grown using cells that come from a living animal, a fertilizer, or a special bank of stored cells.
It feels strange a little initially, but after a period of time, it becomes ubiquitous and boring, and that's eventually the path for cultivated meat.
Okay, but don't look for it at grocery stores anytime soon. Cultivated chicken is apparently much more expensive and cannot yet be produced on the scale of traditional meats.
I'm trying it. I think.
Yeah? Okay.
For all the other things we eat.
Yeah, that's true.
There we go, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you for being old. Ask yourself, what did we learn here, boys and girls?
This half
And
hour,
are
an
we gonna
important
let them
spin on
get
your
to
side
the point where
investigation.
they're
Since
gonna
last
make us
year, a group of
the
women
meat?
in New York have been pushing the state
Y'all
to pass
already eating they hot trash, P. Y'all already eating they GMO. What you gonna? I done get solutions. Put in the comments if you eating this fat. Gonna leave you with 4 words like we always do. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. Gotta go how. You know you already know how. Right? Hit the like. Hit for me. Hit that comment for me. You know you got a comment because they the comment to make you vomit. You know what I'm saying? Out to Doha. Big brother, light bright, supreme. On my and off.